Hi everybody, my name is Bookie and I'm here today for the Good Eve channel. And today we're going to be talking about how to build passive income this year. You know what? Why is passive income important? I mean, just take a moment and think about it. Wouldn't it be nice, really lovely, if, for instance, you said, you know what? I don't feel like getting out of bed today. And then guess what? You get, what'd you hear? My phone. My phone. And you see money coming in. Ooh, that is why passive income is what you want. You see, you can be running a business, you can be working in a job. Disappointment can happen at any moment. You know, with COVID, a lot of companies, especially here in Nigeria, started having cash flow issues and paying salaries late. Some cut salaries in half. Some didn't pay at all. But if you have passive income, it gives you a lot of options. It gives you the choice to say, you know what? I don't like this environment. I'm going to take my time and find another work environment that I want to be in. It gives you the options to say, you know what? I want to spend more time maybe with my children, or maybe I have an aged mother, an aged father, and I want to spend more time with them while they're alive. You have a lot of options. It gives you the option to say, you know, when you see certain things that are not making sense in your office, you have this confidence about you, this air about you, where they know they can't mess with you, because you can just be like, look, send that query. I know what I'm doing is the right thing. So all this funny business you're trying to do, I'm not going to be a part of it. So it gives you a lot of peace, a lot of freedom. You know, the truth about building wealth is that's the difference. One of the differences between wealth and riches. When you're rich, yes, you have a lot of cash passing through your hands and you're spending it as quickly as you get it. But when you're wealthy, it means that you have that restraint, that ability to have this reserve of money that you could live off for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. For me, wealth means the longer you can live your life, and your current lifestyle is not affected on your savings, on your investments, off your assets. That tells me you're wealthy. So if you have enough of an asset base that, hey, I don't have to work for 100 years, you're wealthy, and maintain this current lifestyle, you're wealthy now. But I can be rich. Rich means I can buy a yacht today, but I'll be broke tomorrow. So one of the keys to building wealth is that your money, your assets must always be working for you. Whether you are working a business or working a job, but it's always so important that your money, that residual income, that gap, that profit, it's working for you independently. It's not just sitting in a bank. You're not just spending as fast as it comes in. And by itself, it's also working. It's like additional soldiers that are working for you. So today, I'm going to give you 5 tips of how to build passive income. 5 steps I want you to think about, okay? All right, so let's get started. But you know, before I do that, I have to ask, yes, you know, give me a like. Come on, I'm bringing you this good content now. Like, give us a like, a thumbs up. Do it now. Do it now. Thank you. And then, of course, I know you've subscribed, but you know what I want you to do? Share this video with 5 people. I'm giving you 5 points. Give me 5 things back. It's free. Share it with 5 people who you know need to build their wealth. Don't be the only rich person or the wealthy person in your friendship group. Oh, don't let them accuse you 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that you didn't give them the secrets. Have your evidence. Show them, I sent you Good Eve videos. I told you to subscribe. When she was talking about these things, you did not listen. Still, it's not too late. Go back. So share it with 5 people. And if you're one of the 5 people that this was shared to, do the same. Share it with another 5 people. Pay it forward. Let's keep the chain going. So now straight to the video. How to build passive income this year. The first thing you need to do is keep your 9-to-5 job. Whether that is a business that you're running or a job that you go to every day. Don't say, I'm not going to lie to you. It takes time to build a passive income. If you have money and what the money is giving you as a return is 2,000 naira a month, that is passive income. Yes, you cannot live off 2,000 naira a month, but as a start. because your asset base is probably not big enough to give you a better return than 2,000 naira a month. So that someone comes and tells you that, oh, I can tell you there's a course you can take. With this course, within a week, you'll be making $10,000 a month. I'm not involved in such things. This is the wrong channel for that. I'm never going to come and tell you that. What I will tell you is you should keep your 9-to-5 job. Don't insult your boss. Don't tell your oga to go to hell. Don't be rude. Don't start going late, because Good Eve promised I was going to share with you secrets to passive income. No. The first step is do well in your 9-to-5. Or 8-to-5. Do well in that job. Get promotions, yes. Earn the max commission, yes. Because you know what? It's how you serve others, you'll serve yourself. You're training yourself for your own life and for your own business. So if you've been wishy-washy before, now is the time to become straight and very serious. Keep your 9-to-5. It's going to be the first basis. That's the first income that you're going to use to start to build your passive income. That's the same place you're going to get the exposure, the ideas, the network to build this passive income. So that 9-to-5, keep it and keep doing well. Second step, you now need to start that side hustle. Do your research. Pick like 4. Do a bit more research. Talk to people who are doing those hustles if it's not something that's new. But you know, the most important part of this step is that you need to start. Don't research forever. Start. And when you start, you dip in a toe. You know, there's this thing that we mothers know. When you're bathing a baby and you want to test the water, you don't just put your whole baby inside a bath with water. You don't know if the water is too hot. No. You first put a finger in. That's too hot for the baby. Then we put more cold water. So you test with a toe so that you don't get what? Burnt. If you don't want to get burnt, you test with a toe. So the first thing you need to do is you start that side hustle. And when you're starting, you test it with a toe. You don't go out. You don't take your whole savings. No. You need to first test if all the research you've done will work. Because you know what can work for Adam may not work for Tunde. What may work for Tunde may not work for Yemisi. What may work for Chinedu may not work for Martin. So it's very important, because your market may be different. Your approach may be different. So you may need to test those things. This is the period to start, and you start with doing a test. You test it, you do all the things you need to do, you keep testing until you now finally realize, I think I've gotten it. Then you start with a finger, then you can put a hand in. Then after the hand, you now begin to take it in steps. Don't be in a hurry to make fast money. Faster it goes, the faster it flies away. Sometimes there are people who stumble upon a secret of how to make money, and they are in the right vein at the right time. They're making money, but guess what? 6 months later, they are bankrupt, they are broke, they're in debt. Why? Because if you don't even fully understand why that business is making money for you, and you just think, let me order more. Meanwhile, it's a business that there are no barriers. Anybody can start it. As you're starting it, other people, 20 people have started it. They've now flooded the market with the same service or the same product. Guess what? Your product that was unique, that maybe now you bought the better quality. Maybe what you're selling, people don't want the best quality. So they've now brought in cheap copies, substitutes. They've killed your market, killed your business. Now you have a bunch of goods you cannot sell. You are begging people to buy, they don't want to buy. So you need to understand your service or understand your product and why it's moving, when it moves, how it moves, why people want it. That you stumbled upon something great, you have the stars in line, because luck is a part of business. But it's the harder you work and the more intentional you are, the luckier and the more successful you'll be. Third point, make sure that your business has an online element. This is point 3. Look, this is not the time of the past. Paper and mortar businesses are not the only way to go. If you want your business to scale and be sustainable, you need to be looking at it being online. You need to be able to monitor it online. You need to be able to make sales online. You need to be able to order from your vendors online. Why? Because remember point 1, I said keep your 9-to-5. How are you going to manage all of this with your 9-to-5 and not become a delinquent at work if there's not an online aspect to what you're doing? Let's think about it. It will be very hard. So at the early stages of your business, you know you're going to be doing most things and overseeing most things. It's when you've put processes in place that you now can begin to, okay, I'm employing this person, and you hand over a process. Don't just employ a person and say they should know what to do, even if it's food. And don't they cook in their houses? That's not how it works. If you're running a food business, you should have recipes. You should have order lists. There should be a process, a step-by-step chart for what you want them to do. First, you do this, you bring out the food container. Second, you cut the onions. Third, it should be step by step. Train them so that you can get consistently good results. So the way we're going to set these businesses up is not and they know how to cook, just make it sweet. Don't do that. So online, standardized job, it's important. Employ people who have scalable minds, expandable minds. I remember a business I ran and we were going digital, right? And I insisted that every single person would need to be able to produce and review processes on a laptop. And I had committed to getting every member of this team a laptop to be able to do so. Do you know that two young women, they were only 24 years old, discussed with themselves, and I got a whisper from my manager that they said if I insisted that they had to use systems and use laptops, they were going to resign in January. Do you know they resigned? Can you imagine that? So just because someone is young doesn't mean that they're tech friendly. In the era we are now, you need people who are open to being tech friendly. Even if they're illiterate, they can't read or write, they know how to use devices. They know how to press buttons. They know what colors look like. You'll be surprised. People who can't read or write are so intelligent. They have good memories. You can still train them because, I'm giving the example of food business. Maybe I'm going into it too much. Maybe I'm hungry this morning. I have to think about that. But one thing I know is that sometimes people who have the gifting to cook our traditional foods may not have gone to the fanciest secondary schools or primary schools. They may not even have gone at all, but they understand hygiene. They understand how to prepare delicious meals. They can really be assets to your business. But you have to still think about how you're going to provide that structure for them to be able to deliver. And they need to also be tech friendly. They need to be able to communicate with you, understand how to communicate with you, understand how to begin to write, to use manuals that you can use. You can create manuals with pictures. The first step shows wash. You show someone washing their hands. They can read all those things. I'm telling you, videos. But online, it's important that your business is digital, that it's online, and it has so many of its aspects online. The accounting, the control around payments, every payment, cashless, it's so key. You will thank me for this step later. Step 4, invest in real estate. Now, while you're developing your side hustle and building this business, I want you to also make sure that you begin to look at how to have a leg in the real estate market. Depending on your budget, it can be as simple as a real estate investment trust. What you have is 50,000 naira, they will take it in a real estate investment trust. What you have is 100,000 naira, they will take it and they will start giving you returns almost from the first year. You don't necessarily have to buy a house on the street or buy a plot of land. But you know what? If you're getting to the point with your business that you need a physical location, and the location doesn't have to be in the center of town where property is very expensive, that's also another opportunity. Consider situating your business in a place where you can own the land. But even if not, once you have a location, begin to look around and look at acquiring real estate. Even if after you run that business and you decide to maybe sell off the business, you keep your property. You just sell off the assets, but you keep your property. That property will appreciate in value. So definitely, no matter what you're doing, you have to be looking at how to get a good leg in real estate. The 5th step, final step, is you need to also diversify and invest in dividend yielding stocks. Why dividend yielding stocks? Because it's residual income. You buy these shares and they just give you dividends every year. Some of them are twice a year. And there's some really good stocks on the stock market right now. Some of the banking stocks, I'm not going to name which ones, but some of the banking stocks, for instance, can give you up to 10% a year in terms of dividends consistently. And guess what? Their share price appreciates. So if you ever need to sell them, you have that. The other benefit of having real estate and dividend stocks is you can also use them as collateral if you need a loan to expand. Step 2, your side hustle which should be an online business. So all of these things, they work hand in hand to help you continue to leverage and magnify and exponentially grow. Now, because you've stayed this long, I am going to give you a bonus. I know you guys like bonuses. You like our wolf. So this is my bonus piece of advice. Bonus tip: invest in bonds. Definitely, you want to do those. Bonds are some of the lowest risk assets you can invest in there, and they give you a fixed return every year, usually twice a year. They're dollar-based bonds, they're naira-based bonds, they're euro-based bonds, and guess what? They're also mutual funds that are bond-based. So if you don't want to just buy one bond and you really want to spread your risk, guess what? You can buy a mutual fund that's comprised of different bonds. You can buy dollar-based ones, you can buy naira-based ones, you can buy euro, pounds. I'm telling you, there's so much variety in the Nigerian market and also in the US, the UK markets. So definitely you want to do bonds. And like your real estate and like your stocks, these assets are really good for collateral if you need to get a loan to scale up your business. So think about it. You have an investment. If you need to get a loan to scale your business, you pay off your loan with your business income. And guess what you still have? You still have these assets which are growing for you. So what do you think? What do you think of these passive income ideas? Can they help you to grow this year? You know what? Tell me about it in the comments below. As I sign off, I want to ask you again to give me a like. You've watched the video, and also share this with 5 other people. I gave you 6 points, but I'm just asking you to share it with 5. And finally, please subscribe and tell others to subscribe too. Remember, sharing is caring. As I sign off, I always say, stay humble and learn. Bye for now.